Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time tuning in, my name is Merino, but you can call me Mac Daddy. Today's video, I'm super excited for. This is actually something that I've been wanting to do for so long now. I love watching these videos. I am going to do my very first assumptions video. So I asked you guys in stories to send me some of your assumptions of me. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous because I feel like my followers are low-key a little shady sometimes, and you guys low-key try me. But you know what? Nothing is gonna be off limits. I have Calm here. He's sitting off to the side. He's gonna be reading all of the assumptions. I have not seen any of them, so this is my first time hearing them. So you guys are gonna get like my raw reaction. I think we're gonna be spilling some tea. I'm just gonna be completely honest. I poured myself a little, well, not little, but a big glass of wine to take off the edge a little bit because I'm a little nervous. Before you guys go, don't be shady, be a lady. Make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit that thumbs up if you guys are excited for this video. Make sure you guys turn on the notification bell as well so you guys don't miss a beat. And yeah, let's get started with the assumptions.
All right, the first assumption is that you would never date an influencer.
I probably would not date another influencer in the beauty community. I've learned my lesson the hard way. We are not doing that again. I would probably date an influencer if I was single in a different lane, maybe like fashion or like, I don't know, candle community, some shit, mukbang the house, whatever. But as long as it's not beauty, we're good to go.
The next assumption is that you fall in love fast.
That I fall in love fast. Oh my God. You know what? I'm gonna say yes and no. I would say in the past, I definitely have. Nah, I'm not gonna lie, yeah. I fall in love pretty fast. I'm not even gonna front. I'm not even gonna deny it. I think it's the Cancer in me. I'm like a hopeless romantic, you guys. Like I just, YOLO, it is what it is, and that's what it is.
All right, the next assumption is that you're bougie and you hate anything that isn't name brand.
That's actually false. I feel like I am a little bougie, but I feel like being bougie sometimes is more of like a vibe.
Bad and bougie.
And like an attitude versus like, I don't like certain things because it's not designer. Like I love mixing my highs and my lows, okay? ASOS, Zara, they get all my coins at all times. So I love shopping for like certain designer pieces, like shoes and accessories and stuff like that. But I mean, I love a good sale moment. I love a good thrifting moment. So no shame in my game over here. We definitely love the highs and we love the lows.
Okay, next assumption is that you've always wanted to have a child.
Yeah, I actually do want kids. I want twins. I'd love to have a little boy and a little girl, and I want to have them at the same time because the looks would just be sickening, like matching everything. They would just be so glam. Custom Brian Hearns always.
Ooh.
Custom Brian Hearns at all the birthdays, all the holidays. I mean, honestly, custom everything, always.
The next assumption is that you're a hugger.
Pre-COVID, not anymore, girl. I'm gonna need 6 feet, girl. But yeah, I feel like pre-COVID, I was a hugger. I was always like, oh, like meet and greets. I'd always like hug everybody. But like now I'm a little bit more like, gotta make sure you got the Rona.
So this next assumption is that you've done a collab in the past that you didn't believe in, but you did it for the coin.
I've done a collab in the past that I didn't believe in, but I did it for the coin. Actually, that is absolutely false. I would never do a collab if I didn't believe in the product or the brand or anything like that. So yeah, I definitely don't do things that I don't believe in. So that's absolutely false.
Okay, next assumption is that you don't like to interact with your supporters.
That is absolutely true. I hate it. Stop DMing me. I'm just kidding. No, I love it. I love talking to my supporters. I'm always in the DMs. Chatting with you guys. Leave me a comment in this video. I'll respond. We can have a little kiki in the comments. Pre-COVID, we were literally like at the club. People would come up to me and I'd be like, let's do shots. Da-da-da-da. We'd like twerk. Like, I'm like a people person.
Next assumption is that you used to be a hoe. What?
Excuse me, I used to be a hoe. Okay, define hoe. I was not a hoe. I think I had like perpetrating hoe phase. You know what I mean? Where I was just like really flirty and like in my mind, like I was just like, you know, but like was I ever really being a hoe, like sleeping around and like talking to multiple guys? Like no. I actually pride myself in knowing that only a handful of people can ever say that they've ever have slept with me, so. It's a very exclusive moment.
The next assumption is you don't like to make friends with people that are not in the beauty community.
That is actually not true. I actually really enjoy making friends with people that are not in the beauty community. Because sometimes I don't want to talk about the beauty community, or I don't want to talk about like beauty related stuff. So I love learning different things, new things, different industries, different lanes. I find it fascinating to just kind of know like how other people are like in their avenues. And I just love learning new things. So I definitely enjoy meeting people outside of beauty. It's a very, it's a good thing.
Next one is that you try to keep your relationship / love life off of social media.
This is very true. I learned my lesson the hard way last time around because they do anything for clout. They do anything for clout. Honestly, no, I will say that my last relationship did kind of teach me to kind of keep things to yourself and just be a little bit more private, because once you start putting things on social media, you're literally opening a window for people to have an opinion, be in your business. People get bored and they just start doing the most. And I've just learned the hard way that it's best to, you know, keep it private. Although sometimes it is hard because you do want to share like the good things in your life, and if you're seeing someone and you're excited and it's fresh and you just want to like show them off and all of the above. But you know, I've learned to keep it, you know, keep it in a safe space until I feel, you know, like it's time to, you know, put it out there.
The next assumption is that you've been with a girl at least once in your life.
Been with a girl like what?
However you want to interpret that.
Okay, so I did date girls like middle school. Okay, does that even count? I'll never forget it though. It was like, I think I was like in 6th grade and I dated this girl named Shiley. She was this like redheaded white girl that I thought was so cute. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if she does, she's probably shook. But she was my girlfriend for a hot little second. We went to our little winter formal date or whatever. But I've never actually have had sexual intercourse with a female, period. I feel like it's just spooky. Like, no shade to my ladies, you know, the P power, I see you, but you know, it just different strokes for different folks, and it's just not what I want. So we do appreciate the white toenail moment for sure. But yeah, that's as far as I've gone with girls. And I have made out with girls, but in my mind, it's more of like, you're drunk, like spring break, lesbian vibes. Like to me, like that's kind of like what it's been. It's not really like, you know what I mean though? It's kind of more like, you know, but it's not like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Like, the next assumption is that your fame has made you get rid of toxic friends.
My fame has made me get rid of toxic friends. I don't really like the term fame, so I'm gonna answer that with just kind of the idea of just growing and being successful. I do think that when you reach a certain level of success, it does kind of like put things into perspective, and it does make you realize the people that you should keep around you versus the people that you shouldn't. Because, you know, I've always heard like it's lonely at the top, like your circle's gotta stay small or it's gonna get small. And just kind of going through my experiences over the last several years and growing in my career and just as a person, you definitely get to those places where certain people around you, they might be a good time, but they're not necessarily like doing much for you as far as like pushing you or inspiring you to be better or motivating you or encouraging. So once you start to identify those people along the way, you learn how to like let them go. Even if they're like people that, you know, you're super cool with. So you definitely kind of make those changes along the way as you grow and you become more successful. But for me, I feel like it's a good thing. It's definitely a good thing when it happens. And I feel like now, like all of my friends are people that I've been friends with for really a long time. People that I've met like in high school or when I was younger, or like industry friends now that like really have my back that I'm just like super close with.
Next one is that you low-key unfollow people daily.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. So sometimes when I get a little lit, for whatever reason, I go into my who am I following, and I just start to scroll. If you haven't posted anything in months, you gotta go. If you don't leave me comments, if you don't like my stuff, like if you're not active on my profile, I'm just like, But it kind of mainly happens like when I'm lit, not like just like, you know, randomly. So, but I do unfollow people sometimes.
The next assumption is that you did something really bad to get back at your ex.
That is absolutely false. I don't believe in stooping down to people's levels. I very much believe in my homegirl, Carmiana. You know, when you're a good person, you're a good person. When people do bad to you, like the universe is gonna take care of it. And I know that in my heart. And honestly, just not being with me is just torture enough. So that alone is just kind of like already like, you know, slaying you the house. So, you know, I just let bygones be bygones, and I know that like the world and karma will take care of it. So that's kind of my motto when it comes to dealing with exes.
Okay, the next assumption is that you are a freak who cheats.
Ooh. You right. Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm Salvadorian. I don't know if you guys know anything about us from El Salvador, but if you Google it, y'all might find that, you know, we're a little freaky dinky. But you know, I love trying new things. I'm very open-minded. You know, I love it all. I'm down with it all. Get me lit. I believe in, you know, you gotta keep things interesting in the bedroom. You gotta keep it spicy, you know? So yeah, I would say most definitely.
The next assumption is that you enjoy causing drama.
That I enjoy causing drama? I actually do enjoy causing drama. Especially when it's not mine. You know what I mean? And I'm just sitting there just like little puppeteer vibes. No, absolutely not. No, nobody likes drama, you know. I'm not gonna lie though, you know, I will sip some tea when it's not mine and I'm just kind of like on the sidelines like, But for the most part, no. We try to stay drama free around here.
The next assumption is that you seem very arrogant and you hardly show your Latino side.
Okay, who is this person?
What? But it says, I still love you though.
It's the I still love you for me. Okay, first of all, I'm not arrogant, okay? And then two, I love showing off my Latino side. I love it all. I love showing off my culture. I am proud. And yeah, shout out to all my Latinos in the house. If you're Latino in the house, thumbs up this video.
The next assumption is that you get mistaken for Manny MUA a lot.
I'm not gonna lie, a quick little story time. We were at a club one time in West Hollywood. This is pre-COVID. And there's this girl that was like staring at me the entire night, and she was like talking to her friend. And I knew that she was like trying to figure out like, is this the person that I think it is? She kept looking at me, she kept talking to her friend. Comes up to me and it's like, oh my God, like I love you so much, I watch your videos, you're amazing. Like, can we please take a picture? And I was like, yeah, of course, like would love to take a picture with you. And then she was like, oh my God, like thank you so much, Manny. And I was like, Manny? And mind you, I'm a couple of drinks in at this point. So I was like, I'm not Manny. I was like, my name is Angel, blah, 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 Mac Daddy the house. And then she was like, oh my God, like, I'm so sorry. But then she like still wanted to take a picture with me. And then I was like, like, I'm cool. Like, I gotta go, sis. And then she got mad that I wouldn't take a photo with her after she thought I was somebody else and didn't really realize who I was. It was just like, just weird. And it's not that I expected her to know who I was. I don't expect anybody to know who I am. But it was just like a weird, like, you like think somebody's somebody, but then they're not that person. But then like, you still wanna like be cute and like take a photo. It was just weird. So I was just like,
The next assumption is that you can't go to the mall without being bombarded.
It depends what mall. Okay, are we in Santa Ana? Are we in Inglewood? Are we in Riverside? Or like which mall? Or are we in Houston, Texas? Cause I'm just kidding. No, I'm totally just kidding. I can of course go to the mall. I'm fine. Nothing happens.
We have a lot of security with this. Okay, the next assumption is that you are a bottom.
Okay.
Angel Merino.
Okay, so I think people assume that I'm a bottom because I wear makeup. But I will say, don't let the lashes and the highlight and the lip gloss fool you, because that is not always the case. I will say that I am a versatile top, heavy on the top. Okay, you gotta be like extra special for me to give up these cakes. Period.
The next assumption is that you pay all your mom's bills.
You right. I do. Mama is very well taken care of, okay, period, per. You know, I grew up with kind of like that mentality of like, you gotta take care of your parents, especially if you're making money. It's the least I can do. Like, honestly, it's the least I can do. So I very much do, and I am very proud of it, okay? Mama is taken care of.
Next one is that you have the most perfect skin in the world and you never get pimples, ever.
I wish. That is, what is a lie? You're saying I don't have good skin? Oh.
I don't think
Okay.
I've ever seen you with like a pimple.
I mean, I definitely get pimples. I definitely sleep with my makeup on sometimes.
Oh, yeah, that's really
No, yeah, no. I mean, honestly, I feel like my skin is like up and down. I feel like I have my phases where I'm like super like hella skincare, like 20-step routine moments, like getting facials and my skin is like super bomb. And then there's times where like I just kind of like get a little careless and then my skin starts to hate me and then I gotta like snap back into reality. So I don't have perfect skin at all by any means, but you know, I definitely get my pimples. I definitely, you know, get my breakouts, my dryness. You know, she does have psoriasis, so, you know.
The next assumption is that you have all these people constantly trying to date you.
You right. Honestly, that's why I had to stop checking the DMs because it was just too much. It was just too much all the time. All the time is too much. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Okay, so the next assumption is that you don't really like any other influencer brands.
You right. I'm just kidding. No, of course I do. No, I honestly, I'm not gonna lie and sit here and say like I love every single item that like every influencer brand launches. I feel like that's very unrealistic just across the board. But what I do is I find the things that I really love from all of like the influencer brands that I support, and I make it a point to integrate those in like my content and my videos and stuff like that. But to sit here and say I love everything, like the assortment top to bottom, I think is pretty unrealistic. And there's been times where I've given like my influencer friends feedback like that wasn't my favorite, or like it didn't really work for me because X, Y, and Z, just as I don't expect all of my stuff to be like great for everyone else. So I do love influencer brands. I think it's really important that we support each other and uplift each other. But I'm very honest and I give the feedback where it's needed, you know? And I do it in a very respectful way, #respectfully. All right, guys, that pretty much completes this video of assumptions. This was honestly so much fun to do. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little nervous at what y'all were gonna throw my way, but I definitely think we need to do this again because it was a lot of fun. If you guys like this video, make sure you guys give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below like any more assumptions that you guys have, or maybe like if anything was surprising to you or like shocking to you. Like I said earlier, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel before you guys go. Turn on that notification bell so you guys don't miss a beat, and I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah. Bye, guys. Not the... Don't look at me.